What's going on, everyone? This is the rules here, Politics is a difficult subject and everybody have different opinions and everything. I know that among my friends a lot of blacks and minorities, they don't like Donald Trump. Because they think that he's rude, he's a racist, he can say whatever the fuck he wants. Well, see, I don't agree with a lot of people, a lot of people don't agree with me. Because we have white people, West Europeans, they support Trump. Then you have blacks and minorities, they against Trump. What's my opinion about Trump is the following. I think he's good for America more than bad. He's definitely better than Hillary Clinton for the United States, in my opinion. Now, I look Hillary Clinton's program. She said she's gonna fight racism, she's gonna help people with Alzheimer's, autism. And then she said she's gonna work on, resolving the problems between blacks and police, etc., etc. And those are good issues. But she's not real. And the main reasons why for me she's bad is number one, she wants war with Russia. And Donald Trump wants Russia and America be allies. I'm all for it. I don't like the fact that Russia and America, they always hate each other now. Because of mentalities I can see that. Because my mentality and the mentality of most Americans, we are very different. I feel oppressed, I don't feel free in this country because I cannot say what I really think, because what I really think is contradict to what a lot of American people think. And if I would have power in this country, I would do a lot of things which a lot of Americans would disapprove of, but and I see that a lot of Americans don't approve Trump, and I really feel for Trump, that guy has to deal with a lot of bullshit, because everything he says get misconstrued. People think he's a hater, he's a racist, when he just talks about real problems. People say that he has a divisive campaign, but in my opinion, America has never been united, really. I watched the video of the guy who was talking about that a lot of people in America, due to the multiculturalism, we don't even have unity in America anyway. You have different group of people who have completely different opinions and mentality about life. So how the fuck we can talk about unity where due to multiculturalism we don't even have unity in the United States to begin with? And Donald Trump wants America to be more united, actually. How? Because he says, you know what? Stop illegal immigration, stop mass immigration, because look, he understands that we already have a unity problem due to multiculturalism. We already have problem between whites and blacks. Now, if Hillary Clinton becomes the president, she's gonna support mass immigration. So, now we have problems between whites and blacks in America. Soon we're gonna have more problems because Muslims gonna come here and radical Muslims gonna start bombing everything in America. So, while whites and blacks, they have problem with the police or whatever, police brutality, now we're gonna have suicide bomber and Sharia law problems on top of it. So you're gonna make America a complete fucking zoo. So that's gonna only get worse if you're gonna have more immigration. Now, of course, you have moderate Muslims who like American abiding citizens and they seem to be integrated in American society more or less, but still, they're still not like regular Americans, and it's still a little different, even though I saw some immigrants who seem to be fine in America. But I talk to Iraqi people and they say, oh, how this culture is so different from our culture, and they want to hang out with people like them. I saw Korean people, I can see how they act, not like white Americans. I don't see black Americans who were born here and they talk about how different they are, and they clearly, even though they speak the same language as white Americans, but they're clearly a little bit different. So really, I don't think multiculturalism works, and people have a generally idea to be with people like they are, and this causes a lot of suffering and misunderstanding. And I think that Trump is, you see people say that Trump is bad, but really he just calls on the problem, he just identifies the problem, and he tries to solve the problems which America has. And that's why he's being labeled a hater. And you know, like people say this communism is utopian ideology. Guess what? We have utopian ideology here in America, where we're trying to unite people who are not made to be united to begin with. And it's just not gonna go anywhere, in my opinion. We talk about freedom of speech in America being a free country, but yet we have political correctness, which makes it difficult for people to express themselves, which makes it difficult for people to be themselves and to be united. So and there is only one way to be united in America, it's just, not to give a fuck. If all of us just gonna watch stupid reality shows and not to give a fuck about anything, and not to have any opinions, and just go with the flow and listen to people who may be more stupid than us, but just listen to them because for whatever reason some people appointed them, then we can have some unity and understanding. But then people like me who wanna live how they wanna live gonna be oppressed. So freedom of speech gonna be freedom of speech for some people, but not for others. So everyone is still not gonna be happy. Only people who don't give a fuck, who just wanna, live in comfort, they will be happy, because they just say, I have a job, I don't care what's going on. Then if you have attitude like that, okay, you will be happy. But then again, if you wanna search for truth, you're not gonna be happy to live like that, because like me, I understand, okay, like I have job, I have money, I just do ABCD, I don't give a fuck, right? But then I don't feel happy because I realize that I cannot say what I want. I realize that I may lose a job at my dad, for example, if I wanna say what I want. I've been told, I cannot do my research, because doing my research involves not only listening to people whom other people tell you to listen to, but to listen to a lot of sources. And a lot of sources nowadays, they can say, oh, you can't watch this, you can't watch that, because this is extremist. These people are bad, don't watch them. And if you listen to these people, you may be considered anti-Semite, so you don't wanna deal with one anti-Semite. Or you say this, you hurting woman, you anti-woman. you're anti-American if you don't agree with everything America is all about. But why should I even be agree with it? Look, I didn't grow up with multiculturalism. I don't understand this problem between whites and blacks, because in Russia we don't have any blacks. I don't understand this fucking white privilege bullshit. It doesn't apply to me. In Russia you can say an N-word, it's okay. So why should I follow the American laws if they don't apply to me? Just because I'm white, it doesn't mean I'm Western European American. And even if you're black, doesn't mean that you American, because Somalians are black and there are different kinds of blacks too. So how can we live like that? How can we live in the society where everyone have their own ideas and we cannot even please everyone? People are still trying to please everyone right now because, you know, they're trying to be nice, but I just don't think that it's even possible to please everyone in this day and age. There is no way people can please everyone. Because if I say left and somebody else said right, like, there is no compromise there. We cannot live in a society like that. So somebody has to be unhappy. Because we cannot please everyone. And if you're living like that, you know, there's a chaos, you know. Multiculturalism, you know, means no cohesive society. And I don't think we have a cohesive society in America, and the only reason why we have the, you know, the idea that America is somewhat cohesive because people don't give a fuck. But then again, immigrants are not happy, blacks are not happy. People just conceal their unhappiness and they pretend that they're happy because this is what America is all about. It's all about fake it until you make it. It's about being fake. It's about pretending. It's about saying things which are not, just to please everybody else so we live in peace. But it's not real peace. It's not real happiness. It's just be cold, pretend, and act like you're happy just to get by. And Donald Trump, what he's doing, he's saying, you know what? Why should we pretend? We have real problems, and I want to give you the solutions to the problems. And that's why he's been labeled as a racist, as a misogynist. But I mean, really, it's difficult. You cannot even say anything in this society because whatever you say is gonna be misinterpreted. And it's a very difficult society to live in because there's nobody here is free. Everyone is unhappy. White people are unhappy. Black people are unhappy. Somalians are unhappy. Everybody, like, they're not united. We're all fucking miserable, I think. White people putting Confederate flags everywhere. We have more and more and more separatist groups in America, which Jews who rule America try to kill, but people just come into the truth and then say, you know what, I'm white American, I'm proud of it. I'm black, I'm proud to be black. I want to be myself, I want to keep my identity. I don't want to be one of these idiots who say, oh, we can do whatever we want. We are pro-multiculturalism and pro-diversity. But in reality, it all leads to degradation, really. So, if you wanna make America great again, you definitely should vote for Donald Trump. He's not the best candidate, but Hillary Clinton's gonna destroy this country. She's gonna lead this country to the multicultural chaos, where we're gonna only have more social problems, and more diversity, and more unhappiness. There is gonna be no order. Because a lot of immigrants, they're gonna say, no, I don't want to live by this order, I want this order. I, as an immigrant, I don't agree with American order myself. Because I don't like to be treated like Western European American, because I'm not. Yet I'm not black either. And I'm not Muslim. I'm not American born. So how to classify me? I've been discriminated because I could have been doing better things with my life, but I can't because of American society. Because even though I have certain skills which put me better than a lot of Americans, because I'm smarter than a lot of Americans, I have better critical thinking, better judgment, but yet I cannot succeed in America because I don't have other skills as most American people have. So it's like a lot of things don't apply to me, and people telling me to get out, but then again, people think of me that, you know, that you're white, I'm gonna be acting like white Americans staring at people and shit, and here I am having the different mentalities, like, look at me, I don't even give a fuck, to be honest with you, all I want is my money, just give me the money, give me more, give me this, give me that, and get the fuck out of my face, that's all I fucking care about. And I don't want to live by the rules I don't agree with, because they don't apply to me. And I think that all this, what's going on around me, is fucking bunch of retardation and shit, and fucking zoo and shit. And you know, I just cannot live like that. I just don't see myself free. I can't even say anything, because whatever I say is just not gonna apply to this society. It's just like, you know, I'm saying do this, and people do 100 degrees opposite. I say one thing and people don't even understand what the fuck I'm saying. They cannot comprehend me, and they cannot comprehend other people. So it's like, how can we live in the society where people don't even understand each other? So imagine how more multiculturalism is going to be less understanding between people. It's gonna be a more chaotic place to live in. And the only reason why people wanna live in this chaotic America, really, I think it's because of money and the comfort, really. People just say, you know what, I don't care about understanding, I don't care about cohesive society, but I wanna live comfortable life, I wanna have more money. So pretty much what America is all about these days, unfortunately. It's all about people not giving a fuck. People about following leaders whom they may not agree with, but they've been told to follow them, so they have to. People are listening to other people because they've been told you have to listen to this guy, not because you respect that guy and you want to follow it and you choose to know. They say you have to, and if you don't, you're gonna get fired for insubordination. In a place where say, look, do what you tell to do and you get money, just shut up and do what you've been told. America is becoming a place where being free is a crime. You have no freedoms. Because once you go against the order, people want to get rid of you. And you've been banned for being free. You are being banned for expressing and exercising your freedom of speech. Because it goes against the order in this country. And that's what's going on. And that's why elites hate Trump, because he goes against their order. and he wants to create a better order in America. And that's why he's being hated. But I despise this order. I want to live in different order. Myself, personally. I'm trying to be misunderstood. I tired of being always not able to express myself the way I want to. I'm tired of not being able to follow my dreams and live the way I want to live, not the way society tells me to live. I'm tired of always people telling me get out of America just because I don't agree with American ways. This is not freedom. I'm an immigrant, I have a right for my opinion. And just because my opinion is different from American ways, doesn't mean that I don't deserve to be living in the United States of America, at least for time being. Now, in the long run, I understand I should go back to Russia. But I'm American citizen. As a matter of fact, let me show you this, motherfuckers. This is passport, and what it says, the United States of America. So I'm legal. Have American passport, and I can go to Tijuana, Mexico with that. So, with all the visas and everything, this is American passport, which says I'm American. And I'm illegal here, okay? I have a legal right to be in America. But because I have a legal right to be in America, it doesn't mean, and I'm not born in America, I don't speak like American, I don't have an American accent, and I don't have American mentality, yet I'm American, I'm legal. And I have a right to freedom of speech. And I have a right to freedom, happiness, whatever, pursuit of happiness, liberty. But then again, my liberty and my way of life, I cannot live the way I want to because of other people standing on my way. Because of the society, which doesn't agree with me, and it goes both ways. I don't agree with the society, so what should I do? Things cannot always be compromised. People cannot always be happy. So, how can we be happy? We have, you have to be united. You have to have one group which united and cohesive with a common goal. We should have a leader, but leader should be the person who people like, not the person appointed. People who don't agree, the minorities, should go somewhere where they can be happy. But people should follow the leaders, not because, oh, I have to follow this guy because he's my boss, so I have to kiss his ass to get money. No. People should follow their leaders because they agree with them, because they like their agenda, not because they have to. And a lot of times I follow people because I have to. And that makes me unhappy sometimes. And a lot of people do that because you have to follow the rules, so you may think, oh, my boss is an idiot, but I have to follow him because, if I don't, then I'm gonna lose my job. That's not freedom. That's not freedom at all. That's the opposite of freedom. Which called, look, here's the money, do what I tell you. If you're gonna open your mouth and I'm not gonna like it because I'm my boss, I'm gonna use my position to fire you. That's not freedom. And living in a country like that is horrible. That's why living in America, I would rather work at the jobs where I don't have to deal with people. Because there, like at FedEx, they just tell me, okay, Go to the truck number 324 and load it up. Go unload in truck 26, that's it. Load, unload, do ABCD, you do your job, you get your money. You don't have to argue with nobody because you don't give a fuck. That's why, you know, all I can do in America is do monkey jobs just to get by, just to get my money. But this is not life, this is not freedom. I'm not gonna be able to achieve greatness like that. All I will be able to do is to get enough money to get by and live and eat my food and watch some TV. But it's not the way to achieve greatness. It's not the way to be free. It's not the way to have your name in the books, in the history. It's not the way of freedom. It's the way of just, you know, get by and that's it. And go home. So, if you want real freedom, you know, in this society real freedom doesn't exist. But I think that with Donald Trump and with this society in the way of Donald Trump, we can make America free again. Donald Trump is all about freedom, and a lot of people in Russia support him. And me, I'm probably not gonna vote, but if I choose between Hillary and Trump, I'll definitely vote for Donald Trump, because Hillary is gonna destroy America, and Trump, I'm not sure that he is good for all the Americans, because like I said, we cannot be united, and I know a lot of blacks are against Donald Trump and Hispanics, and I have a lot of friends who are against Donald Trump, but me personally, I'm for Donald Trump generally. I think he will be better candidate than Hillary, even though I think that Sanders would be better for America than Trump, but if I would choose between Hillary and Trump, definitely Donald Trump. So, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna vote for him, because I'm probably not gonna go and vote because I don't care. Or maybe I would vote if I have time for it, but it's not like my number one priority. Me as an immigrant, my number one priority is to make money, and then my number two priority is to go on YouTube and express my freedom of speech. And then later I wanna make more professional videos and making videos how I wanna make and be free and exercise my freedom of speech on YouTube, because in real life I cannot express my freedom of speech, because if I do, I'll always be hated, I'll always be banned, people not gonna let me go far, even though I deserve it, but they're not gonna let me because they consider me as a dangerous man. But I wanna be free, that's all. And this society doesn't give me a right to be free and express myself. The First Amendment is being violated for me every day, 24/7, and I feel myself as a slave. So, that's my 2 cents there. All the best to you guys. Later.